Welcome back, guys, to the Max Out Show. Super excited for this episode because this is really based on a conversation I just had with a friend of mine today about karma and the nature of impact on the people around us. So the central premise of all of this was really that, the only way not to have an impact on the world, on other people and things around you is by, living under some rock in the middle of nowhere in the mountains, right? But I think the fact that you watching this or you're listening to this on a podcast maybe shows that you're not one of those people, which means that by default, you're going to have an impact on the people around you. And so when you ask people really like, what kind of impact do you want to make? Like most people will tell you they want to make a positive impact. They want to uplift, they want to inspire, they want to empower the people around you, whether it's, your family, your spouse, your kids. Maybe it's, your friends and your social circles, or maybe it's just at work. You want to inspire and uplift your team to get to the next level in your life and in your business and whatever results you're seeking in your life. So most people, when you ask them, they will tell you this. But then what happens is like they're unconscious. Most people simply aren't aware enough of how their choices are actually affecting every single person around them. And so by not making a choice about how you want to show up, by not choosing the impact you want to make, but not choosing your emotions, your behaviors, the patterns that you run every day, what happens then is you've automatically made a choice to lose. By not making that choice to win, to show up as your best, you're making a choice to lose. You're making a choice to be a lesser version of yourself. And so I really want to just use this video here to remind you that the only way to truly empower people and uplift people and really raise the game for all the people around you is by getting exceptionally clear on how exactly you want to do that, what exactly that looks like for you. And so really what I'm suggesting to you here is there's two main psychological phenomena at play here that make us affect every single person around us. The first one is emotional contagion. The second one is the mirror neuron system of the brain. So I'm going to dive a little bit deeper into each of these and show how your emotions and your behaviors impact the people around you, whether you think about it or not, and why and how we can bring more consciousness, more awareness, more attention to our actions so that we actually are able to uplift people and inspire people. So first concept here, emotional contagion. Basically what it means is that just like, COVID-19 is contagious, right? And this situation where like you have to be aware because you might, if you're sick, affect other people, right? Just in the same way our emotions are contagious. Meaning the way that you feel emotionally, whether it's happy and excited and inspired or motivated, or whether it's frustrated and sad and anxious and depressed, the way you feel is going to impact the people around you on a subconscious level. There's been dozens and dozens of studies on this that show that when you come in with a positive attitude, when you feel happy, that automatically impacts everyone around you. And at the same time, if you feel bad, that's also going to drag people down. So really just knowing this, you want to get more conscious, more clear around how you're showing up around the people that matter most in your life. So do you really, when you have a stressful day at work, do you really want to take that stress and bring it home to your family, bring it home to your kids? Do you really want to, bring that negative mindset, the fear, the overwhelm to your loved ones? It's like, it's only by consciously choosing and getting clear on the fact that how you feel emotionally is going to leave an impact on the people around us. Once you're clear on that, you know that maybe the way you're showing up around the people you love isn't actually the way you want to affect them. And so this, guys, is huge, really getting clear and choosing. And this goes back to awareness and intention. You want to, first of all, get clear on this. I usually call it the emotional home, that center place, those certain emotions that keep recurring, that you keep creating and patterning in your life. Maybe it's stress, maybe it's overwhelm, maybe it's frustration. And it's these emotions that you go to on a daily basis. And once you're aware of the negative stuff that's happening, you want to set an intention for how you actually want to show up. For me, that's three emotions: present, excited, powerful. Emotion, state of being, whatever you want to call it. But that's how I want to show up, because I know that in this state of being, when I'm present, excited, and powerful, meaning alive and full of energy, I am at my best. And the way I'm going to treat other people, the way I'm going to interact with everybody else is going to be fundamentally different from when I'm in a stressed or anxious or depressed state of mind. And so really getting clear in the emotional states and how that's affecting the people around you is so key, guys. The second system or psychological phenomena I want to share with you guys is this idea of the mirror neuron system in the brain. It's this idea that, or concept that, basically the way our brains evolved is like in social circles. We're social animals, meaning we're conditioned to behave like the people around us to fit into the tribe. Because hundreds of thousands of years ago, if you didn't fit in, if you weren't liked by the leader of the tribe, they might kick you out and you die. And so we're conditioned to this day to fit in with the people around us. And you can see this so beautifully in high school, especially when there's all these different groups, right? There's the athletes, there's the nerd groups, there's the smokers, the drinkers, the party goers, like there's all these different groups, right? And so we decide to fit in and then adapt to the people around us in order to be liked and loved and appreciated and valued and all of this stuff. And so throughout our whole lives, we do this. We adapt to the behaviors of the people around us. So if the people around you, if you really show up and you exercise every day, you eat good foods every day, that's going to impact the people around you. That's going to force the people around you, whether they are conscious aware of it or not, it's going to over time force them to level up their game in health and fitness. If you always show up, on time at work, like you're the leader, right? You set the example. You're always on time. You're always working hard. You're hustling. You're doing this stuff. That's going to leave an impact on your team. Conversely, if you do the opposite, right? If you hang on social media, if you're watching cat videos, what's going to happen is your team members, your friends, your family, they're going to pick up on that and they're going to emulate that behavior. And so you really want to be clear. If you want to be a role model, if you want to be a leader in your life, and a leader, but then I mean really anyone that wants to positively influence other people, you've got to become aware of the choices that you're making every single day and see how they're aligned with the kind of value you want to create for other people. See how they're aligned with the kind of impact that you want to make on the people around you. Because if your daily behaviors aren't aligned with how you want to show up, the reality is that instead of lifting people up, you're going to drag them down. And so just, guys, really getting clear on this idea that you're going to have an impact on the people around you regardless. And so if you want to make that a positive one, you've got to become clear about the fact that choosing, not choosing is already a choice. That you've got to become clear. You've got to become aware of how you're showing up right now, instead of like this going from point A to point B, right? And on a map, you want to first get awareness. You want to find out point A, where you are right now on that map. And then find point B, find the end goal, the end point, set that intention for how you want to show up. And then every single day, check back in with yourself and ask yourself, like, how well am I doing, right? Am I actually creating the kind of emotions I want to create? Am I actually, engaging in habits and the patterns and the behaviors that I want to engage in? And so really just bringing this awareness every single day. And you can do this in like 2-3 minutes at night, brushing your teeth, simply thinking about your day, thinking about how was that impact that I made today? Was I really as loving and as kind as joyful and as energetic and as uplifting as I want to? Or did I maybe sometimes let my emotions and my behaviors get the best of me? So really getting clear, guys, this is simply a message today on how you want to feel and how you want to engage, how you want to act every day. It's going to be hugely powerful in allowing you to have a positive impact on the people around you that you love. So with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the subscribe button below if you haven't done so to get more daily videos on maxing out your life. Thanks for watching and see you tomorrow.